Frank, you said before the game you wanted a performance. Was the response from 10,000 Evertonians there an indication that they got that, you got that today?
Yeah, I think so. No one's happy with defeat. I'm the worst. But sometimes you can control the performance. You can't always control the result. Performance was great. I say great. I think great in lots of ways. We always want to be better. But I thought the performance was really good when you consider a Man United team in form, their strongest team, who score after a few minutes. And we showed resilience. We showed bravery on the ball. We showed defensive organisation and work ethic, a bit like we did against City, but we were much more dangerous tonight, I thought, in the game. And we had good chances to try and at least get a replay and a goal disallowed. So forgetting the last goal because it came so late in the game at 2-1, I really feel that we deserved at least a draw out of it.
With what's happened in the past few days, what happened at Brighton as well, going behind on a third minute, it could have been a real night to forget, but you say about the spirit of the team, the fact that we bounced back and then also, by an inch, nearly equalised again. Is that yet again showed there was character in this squad?
Yeah, and I don't doubt that. But sometimes it's got to, really translate onto the pitch. And I think Brighton was one of those days for us. It went wrong in a 6-minute period. These sort of results are happening through the Premier League at the minute, and so we have to get over ourselves as a squad and as a club and go, okay, that's happened, what do we do to put it right? And the players showed that. It's not an easy little period in between games and stuff like that happens because everyone wants to talk. We just have to act. I thought the players acted really well today. I was proud of them, and unfortunately we didn't get the result that we maybe deserved.
We've spoken about need to be more clinical, but what was it about the attacking performance on the counter as well? Looked a real threat, Demarai, a real genuine threat against a very good United team.
Speed, decision of pass. Sometimes we've got that wrong as well, and we can get better at that. That's a hard one to coach because sometimes it's just you cannot always set up the situation. So, well, there's your pass, and that's what it will look like on the game day. The passes come, and sometimes we miss it. But today, a lot of dangerous areas with good support coming very quickly. And Seamus is up there making crosses, and we're joining from midfield at the right time. So we have got speed in our game. I thought Neil and Demarai did really well in the first half in holding it and in letting us support him, let them get up the pitch. And when Dominic came in, you saw the different type of threat that Dominic brings. So there were a lot of good parts of our attacking game. We can always be more clinical because you see what players like the level of Rashford can do. Because I know he doesn't score an open play goal, but at the same time that clinical nature. And that's kind of what Demarai's doing for us a bit in a minute. But as a team, can we get better at the top end? Yeah, because those things mean points, mean results.
How impressed have you been with Demarai? A lot of fans gave him praise even for the Brighton performance as well. He seems to really have come into his own in recent weeks.
Yeah, and that's good. Because that's what he's got, and you want to see it consistently. And he's got incredible speed and ability on the ball, and now he's got himself a couple of goals, and I think he's in a really good moment. So we saw that with him today, and we got him in really good positions at times as well, inside their box, going one-on-one with people. So yeah, he's in really good form, and we need to continue that. And others around him need to push themselves and get up to that sort of form because we have other threats at that part of the pitch. It can't just be Demarai. I thought you saw bits today where we were joining in and other people were in the box. So, but yeah, Demarai deserves credit for his form at the minute.
We're not in the next round of the FA Cup, but the fact that we've gone to Man City, got a point, the fact that we've come here today, played well, as you say, probably deserved a draw. Is it important that platform is something to build on for the player and brings belief back into the squad as well?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it too much. I mean, out loud to you because it's behind the scenes. I've got my job to do and to talk about things, but we have to transmit that forward and take confidence from it and treat every game with the same kind of spirit and focus that we did today. From Southampton forwards, because if we do that, we saw what that can do at the back end of last season with some big games. People didn't expect us to win and we won. So, yeah, we have to take it forward.
And just word on Alex, obviously a really popular member of the squad. I know it's very early, but any indication?
We're hoping it's not too bad an injury. It's an ankle ligament injury. We felt at first, my reaction was, oh dear, this is a bad one, and the stretcher comes on. We're hoping it's not as bad, but I have no actual answer for you at the minute.
And just finally, Frank, it was a big game against Southampton. We're back at Goodison. So, what message do you want to give to your players and looking ahead to such a big game?
Well, we'll have to manage the game because it will be built up to be what it is, an important game because of where they are on the table, because what 3 points would do to us to change the picture and move maybe 2 or 3 spaces higher in the table. So they need to focus. We'll manage that focus. They need a little bit of a rest. So 3 games in the week here, 2 big clubs here, and they've given everything. So they need a bit of rest. And then build into the game and understand what it means to this club. Every game should be the same as an Everton player. You play at Goodison, you've got to understand what it means and what the fans want to see. And if we play like today, I think that's why the fans clap at the end. We need to do that in Goodison, and we'll have 40,000 clapping.
As I said, the fans as well, what they've turned out and the noise they've made as well. I know you've spoken many times about the power that they can have, but they showed it tonight. You can show it again.
Yeah, I think in the football sense, listen, I think the fans are knowledgeable. They know what they want from their team, but they also respect and understand when a team shows bravery, does the right thing, shows spirit, and they saw that tonight. And when they see that, they'll be happy with that as a baseline. We want to win games, of course. So, you know, at the minute I don't want to talk about that one. Everyone's going to ask about the fans. Will they be positive? Will they be not so positive as players? It's like, you know, block that out. What can we do in the game? We'll prep with all those things in mind in a football sense, and then the responsibility is on us to try and win that game.